So I've made well over 6 figures this year. I probably hit the 6-figure mark around June, okay? So around halfway through the year, all through my personal brand, all through making content online and being in the sector or in the creator economy, as they say, okay? And this video, I wanna dive a bit deeper into the dark sides. I wanna dive a bit deeper into things that you don't normally see, things that people don't normally tell you. Because chances are, if you've clicked on this video, you want to start a personal brand, okay? And I will be the first person to tell you that you should start a personal brand, but you also need to be very aware of the dark sides. You need to be very aware of the other side of personal branding. Yes, it can be very lucrative. Yes, it can be very rewarding. Yes, you can change your life from building your personal brand, but you also need to be aware of how it can affect your life as well, how you can feel whilst you're going through this journey of building your personal brand, building yourself online, and overcoming the barriers which I've personally had to overcome. For you guys that are new to the channel and you don't know my story, I used to be a firefighter. Before that, I worked at Burger King, Amazon, in the UK this was. I'm currently living in Cyprus. I'm currently in Cyprus as I'm recording this video. And when I was a firefighter, I felt trapped. And you might be able to relate to this if you're in a similar situation. Maybe you're working a job you don't like, etc., etc. I felt trapped. I knew that I wanted to start creating content. I knew I wanted to build my social media, and I knew that I could get opportunities and change my life by doing that. So what did I do? I started making videos in the fire service. I started making videos helping people that wanted to become a firefighter, because that's the stage of life I was at the moment, at that time. A lot of people think, and this is a bit of a hint or a bit of a tip, should I say, early on in the video, a lot of people think you need to already be living the life to start creating your personal brand. It's the complete opposite of that. You need to start documenting your life when you're not actually where you're meant to be. Start showing people the journey. Start telling people how you're feeling right now, what you want to see in the future, where you want to be in the future. I've got videos when I used to be a firefighter, and it's literally me talking, saying, I'm quitting my job next week. After I quit my job, I'm going to bring you guys along with me. We're going to go on this journey. I'm going to show you how I'm doing what I'm doing. And that's pretty much how you build. That's how you kind of get an audience that follow your story.
So what is the solution? What else is there out there to do other than live in the UK? What can we do to get out of this situation and to improve our lives? Well, lucky for you guys watching this, I'm actually currently doing this myself behind the scenes. I don't post a lot of it on TikTok, but I'm just experimenting with a few things. And I know I've got a plan, and it's definitely doable for everyone. Like, people think that, oh, I can never get out of the UK, I can never get out of the UK, but trust me, it's doable for everyone. You just got, it's all about your mindset, and it's all about how you look at the world and how you perceive the world. There's a very good book, I'll have to link it in here if I remember, but if I don't, someone ask me in the comments. And this book kind of talks about how your perspective is on life, and it's true, like, there is ways out there, and people that are feeling stuck, don't worry, man. Follow me, follow my journey. I'm gonna be helping you guys along the way. It's gonna be good, it's gonna be fun, and yeah, we're gonna kind of get everyone back to the quality of life that they deserve, because since I made that video, a lot of people are just getting onto me, and it's like, there is other things out there, man. Like, it doesn't have to be like this. You don't have to live like this. And I think a lot of people are starting to realise it now. A lot of people moving to Dubai, Australia, Thailand, etc. A lot of people in the UK are finally realising that it's not it. It is literally not it. And don't worry, 2020, I'm going to become...
Anyway, I was a firefighter and I just quit. I took a career break with no real intention of going back, if I'm honest. I wanted to make it work. I almost needed to make it work, or else I would have, one, looked like an idiot, but two, would not be happy with my life if I had to go back to the fire service. So it gave me more motivation to make it work. Once I quit my job, I booked a flight to Thailand, I booked a flight to Cyprus in the summer after, all one-way flights, by the way. Booked a flight to Thailand, didn't really know what to do. I kind of just wanted to kill time before I went to Cyprus, but I was still building my brand in Thailand. I was still posting about Thailand, because that's what was happening in my life at the time. That is how I built audience. You might be watching this video from one of my Thailand videos, so you've been seeing my journey for a long time. So this is how you start really building your personal brand. And then when I come to Cyprus, it just kind of took off, I'll be honest. Like, now, where I currently am on the East Coast, there's no other creator, there's no other established, I guess, TikToker, YouTuber, whatever you want to call yourself, whatever you want to call me here, okay? I'm pretty much dominant in the market. And that's all through what I've learned. That's all through making the mistakes and building my brand, but also investing in my own education. I've bought courses on personal branding. I've bought courses on how to become better on camera. Like, I've really invested into this, because the first investment you need to make, other than obviously your health, is your education, okay? So it comes health, then it's education. How are you gonna learn? Who are you gonna learn from? How are you gonna get in the position that you wanna be in? How are you gonna get that information, okay? Yes, all the information might be online, but it might be over here, it might be over here, it might be over here. It might take you 3 years to really get all that information. And by the time you've got to the end, you're looking at the start thinking, oh, I forgot about what I learned last week. I forgot about what I learned 2 weeks ago. That's why courses, that's why having a mentor, that's why looking at someone who is 2 or 3 steps ahead of you might be worth it in the long run. That's what I've done personally. I got coached by millionaires telling me about my brand and all these kind of things. And it's pretty much put me on that direction. It's enabled me to be around millionaires. I have conversations with people who I never ever thought I would have a conversation with. The status, the kind of wealth that these people have, you don't see it when you're meeting them. You don't think about it when you're talking with them. But when you really break it down, these guys are multimillionaires that I'm having conversations with that are in my phone book, okay? So that's kind of my story. I guess last 2-3 years I've been living here in Cyprus. Do I think I'll be in Cyprus forever? Probably not. Do I want to be in Cyprus forever? Probably not. I like traveling, I like living in different places, and you guys will probably gonna follow the journey and come along with me. But this video is not really about me. It's more so about you, and it's more so about the dark sides. So one of the first dark sides, and one of the first things that I wanna talk about in this video is isolation. And when I say isolation, I mean when you're going on your personal brand journey, and this is what I found personally, when there's no one around you doing it and no one around you thinks how you think, you become very isolated. You start to feel very alone. You start to feel like, am I doing the right thing? Is it worth me recording myself? Is it worth me making videos about this thing because all of my friends are going to a party tonight, or all of my friends are going to the restaurant, and I really want to make this video because I want to talk about something that happened today. And you feel like the outsider. And that's normal. That's one thing I will say. It's a dark side. Being isolated is not a nice feeling, but it's also very normal. It's what everybody will have to go through. I went through it. You're going to have to go through it. Alex Hormozi went through it. If you guys don't know, he's like a big online, I guess, guru, like in the money-making space. Alex Hormozi, you should check him out if you want to learn more about business and offers and how to monetize, how to grow your brand as well. Everybody who has a personal brand went through this. They call it the lonely chapter. It's like you don't fit in with the person. You don't fit in basically with your friend group right now or the people that you're around, but you also haven't grown enough to be around the people that are doing what you want to do. You're kind of in the middle, and it's called the lonely chapter. So you will get isolated, you will feel isolated, and that's normal. Don't feel like you're weird because you feel like you're alone. That's literally part of the process. I actually have many times where I go through that phase, and sometimes it's hard. In fact, a lot of times it is hard, because I start to question, like, why am I even doing this? I start to think to myself, am I even making the right decision? Should I even be doing this? But you need to know you're not alone. You will not be alone. You will not be the first one that's been on this path. You definitely will not be the last one, okay? So a lot of people will think you're weird. A lot of people may think you're cringe when you're, I don't know, talking to yourself on a camera, or you're thinking of, I don't know, you're walking down the street and you're talking about your day, and I don't know, someone walks past you and they're like, oh my God, why is this guy just talking to himself on a camera? But who cares? You're gonna go through this phase. Everybody goes through this phase. When I first started making content, yeah, man, I felt very awkward. I used to go around, I used to be sweating. Like now I can walk through a street, talk to the camera, anything like that. It doesn't faze me. I've got over that stage now. But when you first start, you have to get over this cringe stage, as they call it. And someone like me, if I see someone walking and talking in front of a camera, building their brand, I don't think it's cringe. I actually like that stuff. And that's the kind of people you want to be around. But I understand, but you need to understand at the moment, at the current position you're in right now, if you want to build your brand and you're at the beginning, chances are you're probably not around the same people that are doing it. When I went to Bali, literally everybody was recording. Everybody was making content. And it almost motivates you to make content. It motivates you to get your camera out because you feel like, yo, these guys are making a lot of content, recording a lot of stuff, and I'm just here not doing anything. So it actually motivates you and spurs you on to do those kind of things when you're in an environment and when you're around people who are doing the same thing. So don't feel too harsh on yourself. The first point I'll say, don't feel too harsh on yourself if you feel like you're isolated, if you feel like you're alone, okay? Because it's natural, it's normal. Everybody has to go through that. Now, the next thing that I want to talk about is money and the dark side to money when it comes to personal branding. Because the first thing that I'll say is you can make a shit ton of money doing this. You will make a shit ton of money if you build your personal brand correctly and you monetize correctly, you build your audience correctly, you build your tribe, should we say, correctly. People don't realize how much money you can make. And you don't have to sell a course. You don't have to do these things. If that's not what you want to do, I don't really have a course. When you're watching this video, maybe I will have one. I'm thinking to do a community or something like that. That's a different avenue that I'm thinking to go down. But you don't need a course. You don't need to do all these things which maybe you don't want to do, okay? For example, my personal brand here in Cyprus, I just make content about Cyprus, about Ayia Napa, and people reach out to me for services. Maybe they want to do a boat trip, maybe they want to go and do jet skis, okay? And I can earn money off referring these people. So I don't need to promote like I have a course. I don't need to do anything like that. I just make content about the situation that I'm in right now, where I currently am. People see me as an authoritative figure. People see me as someone that they can trust, which all comes with storytelling, presenting yourself on camera. How you look, how you show up is how other people are going to perceive you. There's a lot of things that go into it, which is why I think you should get a mentor. If you want help with any of this, reach out to me. More than happy to show you guys what I can do for you and we can work together. But yeah, there's a lot of things that you can do. There's a lot of things which you're going to need help to do, which you can't do on your own. Now, I want to talk about money because when the money box is ticked, when you've made over 100K, for example, and this is what I found personally, it's like, what next? What is really driving you next? What is really making you want to get out of bed in the morning? Because I don't need to wake up in the morning, like at a certain time. That just sounds like I wanted to kill myself. That's not the case. I don't need to, I don't have a job to wake up to. I'm at the moment now where I could wake up at 2 p.m. every day and still be good for money, okay? Not have to worry, not have to answer to anyone or anything like that. So once you get in that position, the next question and the next thing that you should ask yourself is, what next? And I want you to start thinking about this now, because it is a dark side, it is a dark truth, and you're gonna get to that position, and you should manifest getting to that position. I have no doubt if you follow my advice and you follow what we teach and you follow everything else, if you're even my mentor, my mentee, should I say, there's no reason as to why you should not get to that position. So just imagine this right now. You've got 100K in your bank account. You technically don't need to work. You could have 2 years off, travel the world, not work a single day for 2 years, okay? Yes, it's a great feeling. Yes, it's a nice feeling. It's a very reassuring and comfortable feeling. But what next? What is really driving you? And that's why you need to think about when you have your personal branding journey, when you start making content about your content pillars and all this stuff we go over in my framework, when you start making content about these things, it has to be something that you're really interested in. It has to be something which you do every day anyway, even if you wasn't going to get paid. There's no point building a personal brand around something just for the money. And that's where a lot of people go wrong. That's why a lot of people quit, because you start thinking too much about the money. You don't actually start really enjoying making content. You don't really enjoy what it is that you're doing. And if you don't enjoy it, you're not going to last long in this game at all. So think about this when you start your journey. Yes, you can change your life doing personal branding. Yes, you can earn a lot of money. Let me just wait for this bus to go past. That's a bit better. Yes, you can earn a lot of money, but you want to do something that you actually enjoy doing. You're going to last a lot longer in this game. And I'll be honest with you, you're going to earn a lot more money if you're making content about something that you actually enjoy, if you're making content about something which you actually want to make content about. So people say follow your passion, and I guess in a sense that is kind of true, because when you're making videos and when you're talking about things and when you're just living your life how you normally would every day and you're documenting it, you're going to be happier, you're going to show up better on camera, you're going to look more presentable. People are going to trust you more because they can see that you're actually a real person and you're actually living the life and you're actually living what you say that you are doing, okay? There's no point faking, pretending to be somewhere, pretending to be someone that you're not, just for money, just for views. It's not going to work in the long term at all. So the last truth that I actually want to talk to you guys about, and it's quite important to be fair, and you might laugh at it, it might be like, oh, how is it a dark side? It's actually an upside. But when you look deeper into it, which is what I'm going to explain, it's actually pretty dark. And it's this idea of having too many options and too many opportunities. You're probably sitting there thinking, what? You're moaning about having too many opportunities. You're moaning about having too many choices to make money. And yes, I actually am. Because something that I found personally in my personal branding journey is there's too many options. People are inviting me to go here. People are asking me to do this. People are just presenting all these ways that I can make money, okay? And I'm just thinking to myself, where do I go? What do I do? Like, it's too chaotic. And what you learn over time is you become more successful the more you say no. The more you say no to opportunities, the more you actually think about your core beliefs and what you actually want to do. Not go somewhere because the money's there, not go somewhere because this guy said he's going to pay you 2 times more than this guy. But stick with your loyalties, stick with your people, stick with who it is that, the reason that you started, stick with who it is that's supported you along your way, okay? Very, very important to not get distracted. Very, very important to stay on the right path, because before you know it, if you start chasing the money, if you start chasing all these opportunities, which you don't actually really want to do, you're just doing it because it's there, okay? It's there. The money's coming in. Like I said before, the money is not really the big all and end goal. If you chase the money, you're not going to be in this game for a long time. So start thinking when you get these opportunities coming, because chances are when you start really taking off with your brand, when you start really, this is what I noticed, so many opportunities are coming, okay? Every time I wake up in the morning, someone else is asking me to do this or to promote this for them or to work with them on this, or they've got this business idea that they think I should do. And when you're kind of having success, everybody wants to be your friend. Everybody wants a piece of you, okay? But that's not how it works. That's not how it should work. Where were these people when you first come here? Were they offering you this when you come here? Were they wanting to work with you when you first started? Or were they calling you cringe? Were they not really doing anything? Were they just watching your stories rather than actually commenting and replying and, I don't know, sharing and actually like trying to take interest in your life? But when you get to a point where you can offer them something and then they come running, think about and remember who was there from the start, because it's very important and it's what's going to keep the longevity in the game, should we say. Of course, everyone's personal brand is different. Everybody has different goals and different business models and all that kind of thing. But the same rule applies to pretty much everyone. And my advice for you, from what my experience has been, is don't chase the money, man. There's a lot of opportunities. Yes, there might be good opportunities. I'm not saying you should say no to every opportunity that you get. I'm just saying be a bit more vigilant and be a bit more clever with how you work, who you work with, the direction you want to take your content in, because you are you. Nobody can replace that, okay? Your thoughts, your feelings about certain things, no one's gonna change that. And that's something that you do really need to lock in and understand. If you see me looking down here, it's because I've got something that I want to talk about on my notes here, and a point at which I want to kind of, I guess, end this video on really and just really dive deeper into just one last time is, don't think personal branding is all bad. Don't think it's all dark side. And I kind of hinted on this on the last point. Like, yes, some opportunities can be good. It's not all dark, okay? There's a lot of light. The flip side to it, the rewarding side to it is, one, yes, you can make a lot of money. Some of the biggest personal brands that you've seen out there are killing it. KSI, Logan Paul, Mr. Beast. Whatever they release, whatever product, whatever community they offer, whatever thing they sell next, they've got an audience, they've got their brand, they've got their trust, so they can sell anything. So you can make a lot of money. But all these people, think of all the opportunities and the people that were coming to them as they were coming up, and all the times they had to say no themselves. So you have to be aware of these kind of things. So yes, you can earn a lot of money, is what I'm trying to say. Also, the other flip side and the other rewarding part of this is you can have a lot of freedom. And when I say a lot of freedom, I mean to the point right now, if I use my personal story as an example, when I was a firefighter, I had to ask for days off. I had to ask if I could have holiday this day. Oh no, Cameron, you can't have this weekend off in July because your crew member has this weekend off and he has a wedding, so that's more important. You can't have this appointment for your dentist because you're working this day. You don't have that when you have a personal brand. You think anyone's telling me when I should be working and when I shouldn't be working? No, no one ever tells me that, and no one can tell me that. And that's a position you're gonna get in if you follow my advice and if you really, really wanna build your personal brand. I can go anywhere right now. Like next week, I'm going to go to Spain. After that, I'm thinking where to go. I'm thinking to go Brazil. I could go anywhere in the world. And yes, you do have to work. I'm not sitting here saying you can just put your feet up and relax and do that kind of thing. No, but it gives you the freedom. When you have your brand, you can create content anywhere in the world. And that's the beautiful thing about it. You can go anywhere. You can make content. People are watching for you. People are not watching because of what you're doing. They're watching because they like you. And when you get to that point, it's very, very lucrative. It almost don't seem real. Like 26 years old, I can go anywhere in the world. I don't have to worry about money. I can make any content I want and I can earn money through doing that. I can do a lot of things. And the freedom that I can do this is crazy. The way I've designed my life, which is, I guess, what you want to do as well. You can really, really design your life how you actually want to do it, how you actually want to live. A lot of people are reaching out to me now. A lot of people are seeing the value of personal branding. I've been talking about it for a while. Even last year when I was in Thailand, I was making videos about personal branding and why you should start a personal brand in 2025. If you watched that video, did you start a personal brand? Probably not. Why didn't you? You could be a year into the game right now. So think about it. Get serious about this, guys, because it's very, very rewarding, should I say. And it's a great lifestyle to have. It's a great way you can change your life. It's a great reason to be alive. When you're making content, when you're living this life that you actually want to live and you're getting paid to do that, tell me another better job out there. Tell me something which, I don't know, where you can do this, okay? Because for me, there's no better job. There's no better way out there. You're earning more money than working in a job. You're having more freedom than working in a job. You're getting to dictate what you actually want to do with your day when you're in a job. When you're in a job, you don't get this freedom. So it's honestly insane. Now, I'll just end the video by saying, I've mentioned it a few times. If you see the link in the description, there might be a link where you can work with me, okay? If that's something that you want to do to build your brand, I'm more than happy to do that. We can get on a call. Just check the link below, okay? I don't know whether I'm going to plug the community. I don't know when this video will go out, but if you want help building a brand, if you want help dreaming, like you're living your dream lifestyle and creating your dream lifestyle, I can help you do that, okay? You've seen my journey, you've seen the proof. The proof is in the pudding, as they say. So this isn't no BS. This isn't no buy my course. This is real. Like, this is real, and we're gonna make it real for you, and we're gonna change your life, and we're gonna do exactly to your life what I've done for my own life. Me and my team can help you do that. So yeah, check out the description. If you're not interested, fair enough. Do me a favor, like the video, subscribe to the channel if you did like this content, and I look forward to seeing you guys in the next video, because I'm really interested now in helping a lot of people. Yes, I've done my job. Yes, I've got to where I am right now, but like I said before, the money's not important anymore. It's what's next. What's the bigger goal here? For me, it's helping people. I get enjoyment of helping people and changing people's lives. That's kind of where my next stage of enjoyment is. So I look forward to doing that. I look forward to bringing you guys along with me. If you've enjoyed the video, let me know in the comments. If you've got any questions, let me know in the comments as well. I'll be able to help you guys out. But yeah, there is some dark sides to having a personal brand, but there is also a lot of rewards and a lot of benefits. So hopefully you've enjoyed the video. Any more questions, let me know. Peace.